Right, Jen, so in this video we're going to add CAD blocks. So plumbing fixtures, we're going to add a water closet against the window, centered, and then we're going to add a wash basin just outside the toilet door. Just going to have to excuse me, my CAD keeps freezing now and then for some reason. Okay, so what we're going to do here is just go and have a look at the question. You'll see the positioning nice and centered, pretty much in line with one another. But we're not going to draw out a normal convention. We're going to make it much easier for ourselves. So we're going to go online and we're going to type in the following: free CADs. Now make sure it's CADs with an S, not free CAD. Free CADs is what we want. Enter. And you will see now it's going to bring up freecads.com. You'll see it says AutoCAD blocks. These are absolutely superb for quick insertions of any sort of fixture that you need, plumbing, electrical, or just general furniture. So I'm going to search in here, water closet, and I'm going to type in enter. There we go. So it gives us a whole, there we go, you can see there's a whole bunch of different toilets here. So I'm going to view this. And you'll see there's quite a spread of them. So what I'm going to do is download this DWG. Right. Then once it's downloaded, I'm going to double click on it. Let it open as its own AutoCAD file. And then I'm just going to use the copy and paste command. So while we wait for it to load, there we go. So you choose the one you want. There's no right or wrong. Make sure, I would suggest that you make sure that there is one with a unit at the back. So that it resembles something of a normal convention, closer to the SANS convention. So I'm going to use this one at the bottom here. You can see my CAD's really struggling now for some reason. Here we go, just be patient with it. Right, okay, so I'm going to use this one at the bottom here. So I'm going to copy it, Control C. I'm going to go across to my, where I'm working in CAD. Right, go back to my floor plan, and I'm going to go Control V. And you can see that it is pretty much to scale already. So I'm going to highlight it, right? I'm going to say, well, first I'm going to try to join everything I can. Join, right? I'm then going to assign new layer properties to this. It's important that I believe I do this first. So I'm going to say new layer, because there's so much detail in that drawing, in that fixture. So I'm going to say plumbing. Right, I'm going to give that another color. Let's go with another bright color because of the dark background. I'm going to go yellow. So I'm going to highlight that and make it, so we're going to, give me a sec. Let's get out of this and we're going to go plumbing. There we go. Highlight, move, reference point being that middle point at the back, and we're going to slap it right on the middle point of the window. Remember, triangle to triangle, and there we have a water closet. Going to go back to, well, first, just for the sake of my computer, I'm going to go close down that drawing. Save changes, no. Right, and then what might ask you to exit this as well, then you just cancel. I'm going to go back here, I'm going to go find a wash basin. If wash basin doesn't work, you might just use the word basin, but wash basin should work. Okay, no, it doesn't work. Okay, so let's go back to a basin. Enter. Alright, close out of the ads. It should download in a moment. Okay, if that doesn't work, very simply I'm going to go to, bathroom. And I'm going, there we go. So we got different types of wash basins. I'm going to use this one against the wall. So I'm going to view it. I'm going to download it as a DWG. And open it up, again highlight, Control C, go across to where I'm working, and Control V. Now immediately you'll notice that the block is in the wrong orientation, so I'm going to highlight it. I'm first going to add a layer to it, being plumbing. I'm going to also join it at the same time. Now to get this right, highlight and click the word rotate. We haven't done rotate command yet. You could use mirror as well. I'm going to click this point at the top, and I'm going to swing my mouse around and rotate it in the correct orientation. I'm then going to highlight an M or M and highlight, depending on how you want to do it. I'm then going to grab this. Now, we don't necessarily have a point of reference here, so what I might do, in fact, is I might just use a line. So I'm just going to take the center point there, drag it across, right? Just as a construction line, then highlight and move. And I'm going to put it on that point over there. Right, very simply, I can then go click on that line, delete it, and I've got my wash basin in place. Perfect. Plumbing sorted. Last but not least, to finish this floor plan, right, is your hatching. So I'm going to grab hatch command, right, and we want ANS 132, that's common brick hatch, right. The scale we're going to have to change. So as you see, it's all white. So what I'm going to do, and there's no differentiation between lines, I'm going to scale it up to 100, see what we get. I'm still not happy with that, so I'm going to scale it up to 500, see what we get. I'm happy with 500. I'm going to continue then with that hatch. It's at 500, and I'm going to go around, and I'm going to hatch my walls. So my walls are now all hatched at common brick, and they have, and everything is joined that needs to be joined. I can then go add a layer of hatching if I want to, but I'm not going to do that now, I think, just for the sake of time. What I want us to do, however, is highlight the whole thing. I want us to type in copy, CO, enter, grab a base point, and then just shift it across to the side here, give yourself a bit of space. And what I want to do here is ignore the layers now. So now what I want to do is go bar layer, and I want to go back to 0. And everything now you'll see is one layer. So I'm going to keep this one for editing purposes and this one for printing purposes. There are very many ways to print in CAD, but we're going to do a very simple way to print, and we're going to do that in the next video, or to save as a PDF.